When it comes to Google AdSense Arbitrage, there is one secret method nobody is showing you public. The reason is because they don't want you to spoil the method. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to use native ad to run Google AdSense Arbitrage. Not just using native ad, I will show you exactly what is working and how to implement that so you can be able to increase your Google AdSense earning, because running arbitrage is just like buying a cheaper traffic to promote your content. Not only that, you're going to learn the content format that you're going to use to run Google AdSense Arbitrage with native ads, so you will not have high CTR. Your banning rate will be very low, because most times a lot of people lose their accounts doing arbitrage, but this method will lower your CTR, your click-through rate, which will not cause a lot of issue for you. It's going to be free issue and your account is going to be safe 100%. So if you really want to learn this method, I'm not going to be rushing it. I'm going to be doing very slow, so make sure you watch to the end. Let's do it. To run Google AdSense Arbitrage with native ad, there are two things we need to find out: the niche that is working and also the ad format that is really working when it comes to native ad arbitrage. But remember what I stated here. I stated two things: the niche that is going to convert and the type of banner, which is the type of ad format that is going to work. Niche format and ad banner format that is going to work for native ad to convert for Google AdSense Arbitrage very well, to increase your earning and lower your CTR. So to do that, we are going to use AdBank. Okay, this AdBank, we're going to use their snipe service. What this snipe service is going to do is going to help us to fetch our competitors that is doing arbitrage with native ad. And once we find out, we're going to copy their ad format, target the same country they target, because using this snipe service will give you insight information what other people are doing when it comes to Google AdSense Arbitrage with native ad. So make sure you watch to the end. I'm not going to be rushing it, and also I'm going to also go back to the diagram and explain it very well for some of you. Okay, it's 100% safe. So the first thing we're going to do is to click this snipe service. So if you are coming across first time to this channel, please make sure you subscribe, and if you like what I'm doing, smash the like button to encourage me more and also to encourage YouTube to push my video to other audience. This snipe service will help you to find high converting native ads. So we're going to filter it. It is free. Just sign up. I'm going to leave a link below the description of this video so you can get access to this website. Just sign up free of charge. So what we're going to do is to scroll down here. So we're going to choose the networks we want. I'm going to choose AdBlade, AdNow, AdKeep, or MGID, and Content.com. These are the few ones that I'm going to choose, but remember, I'm also going to choose Propeller. Listen, we are trying to find what is working for people. Then once we find that particular what is working, we can easily copy their method, even copy their banner that is converting. If there's anything we're going to do, we're going to add a little thing, but if you don't want to add, you can still copy the same format, and you're going to see the countries they target that is converting that lead for them, that is going to their website. I'm going to show you guys example. Just wait. So if you look at this up here, we're going to choose the country. We want English country, which is the country we want is USA. So now once I click it, I'm going to go up and choose the type of native ad that I want to see, the ones that have 2000 impression up. Okay, I'm going to scroll down and click show. Now this will filter to show me the ad native ad is showing up to more than that is having up impression more than 2000 upward. Now let me show this thing very quick. If you look at this place, you're going to see native ad. I'm going to open it up to show you guys what I mean. So if we look at this thing right now, I'm not going to open this one. Let me open this one for example. Now if you open this one, this is the type of content that convert very well, but I'm going to share the trick right now. This is where the work comes in. If you look at this place, this campaign have gotten over 4000 above impression. believe me, it's still converting for this person that have this website. I'm going to show you guys what I mean by that. And if you look at the country this person targets, it targets Mexico, targets Argentina, Australia, Austria, Bangladesh, whatever, and Brazil, Canada. Now this is where the information comes in. Now this is the landing URL. We're going to click it to see the content format. Now if we are going to run our campaign, we are going to use this image to run a native ad campaign. You can go to MGID to run native ad. You can run native ad to Propeller. You can run native ad to a lot of native ad platforms, which I'm going to list in this video, so you can easily go and sign up to them and use this method to do Google AdSense Arbitrage. So next thing, if you open this place right now, you're going to see the method they are using. Now look, this is the method. Now remember, they said 20 people with unique generating whatever. Now if you look at this thing very close, if the ad is going to load up very soon, let me check if it's going to load up. Now he did not put all the 20 people in one page. He decided to split them, and remember, he split them in different pages. He did not put the 20 people in one content here. What did I mean? I'm going to explain that in diagram for very easy understandable. But remember, these tools is just to find out what is really working for other people. So because these are the type of niche which we can be able to use to run arbitrage in native ad, there's not going to cause high CTR. Your account will not be banned. All you're going to get is high conversion. Now people want to know the kind of changes that happen within the picture you post, you are running campaign to. This is the type of the niche that work very well when it comes to Google AdSense. You know, these are what we call viral content. You may be hearing about viral content, but these are viral content that most of people neglect when running arbitrage. Now running arbitrage to some of your content you are running SEO on is not going to convert. If you want to do SEO, there is content for SEO. If you want to do arbitrage, there is content for arbitrage. That's what I want to point out here. If you look at, they did not post the 20 stuff here. They will tell you to click the next button. If you click the next button, it will take you to the second page to see the second unique picture again. And this is Google AdSense. If you click the next button, they did not pull it once. I'm going to explain this. Don't feel confused, because I'm going to explain reason for this. This will reduce what? The CTR. More people are trying to find out more pictures, you know, skipping to the next page. One of them may pick interest to click an ad that is really entice them. They must surely click ad. So I'm going to explain that in diagram. So look at these things and look at the country the person targets. So when you are running your own, you will still target the same country, because this is just like a snipe tools telling you exactly country that your competitors target, and the ad network they are using is not must you go for the ad network. The most important thing you need to pick here is the content format, which is the content format, the image, and the country the person is targeting, and how the person built their landing page. That's the most important key right now. So let's go to the diagram so I can explain it very easy for some of you. Okay, if you look at this place, if I also close this one, you're going to see another one here, which is this one. Let's say for example this particular one, you're going to see something like this. And if you click to the landing page, this is another one. You're going to see that this person is persistent, like constant, running different ad format to his landing page using the same method. He mentioned something and he did not complete it in one page. He went to the another page and connected. So once the person is clicking, this thing will keep on generating money, and the CTR will not be that low, and people may even find it interesting to click. These are the type of content you're going to use to run what? Arbitrage when it comes to native ad. This can work for Facebook, but convert very well in running ad in other ad network, not just Facebook, but it's going to work in native ad very well. So if you really want to copy or get a content that is going to work for native ad, this type of content that is going to work for native ads. So let's do it. Let's go to the diagram and talks about how to do it proper. If you look closely, since we have found what is working for people, let me use the diagram to explain to you how you're going to set up your own. And if you look closer here, this one have over 95,000 impression, if I'm not mistaken. 95,000 what impression, okay? And using this method of niche to do that, and this is really converting, because if it's not converting, this person will not have multiple ad running to his different pages. This is really converting. So if you go to the landing page here, let's use this diagram to explain it. Since we have found the niche that is working, the type of country is targeting, the ad network is using, and also the last one, how you set up this landing page. The first thing we're going to talk about here, let me draw the diagram. Let me pause the video and draw the diagram very well so you can be able to understand what I mean. Okay, fine. This is the diagram. If you look very well, this is very structured. I'm going to explain that. Now, if you look at the title of the content that I want to run arbitrage, which is native ad format 2. If you look at this thing, you are going to see 6 pictures I will not advise you to see. And each those 6 pictures have 6 pages. So for them to see the next picture, they are going to click next button to go to the second page. To see the third picture, they're going to click next button to see the third picture. To see the fourth one, they're going to click next button. To see the fifth one, they're going to click next button. To see the sixth one, they're going to see the next button. This will increase your page view and lower your CTR. Even though one of the audience you send click ad in page 2, definitely other people that have completed watching the picture till page 6 will cover up your page view, and your CTR is not going to be very high. Okay, fine. If you look very closer here, this is the native ad. This is the place I send the traffic, pushing it to this place. But one thing that made you to have higher CTR when you're running your own arbitrage is that you compile the whole content in page 1. Most times it's not that bad, because that's the format of SEO. But when it comes to format of arbitrage, this is the safer side. When it comes to SEO, you can pull all these things you put in different separated pages in one page. That is SEO format. But when it comes to arbitrage, separate each content 1 to content 2 to different pages. Even though it's 10 ways to travel to Canada. Number 1 ways to travel to Canada. Number 2 ways to travel to Canada. Number 3 ways to travel to Canada. In separate pages. This will increase your page view, the time spent. Your bounce rate is going to be very low. Your bounce rate is going to be very low. The CTR is also going to be very low, and the retention is going to be very high, if you understand what is going on right now. So I separated the one content to 6 page to make the audience, to stretch them to be moving to the next page, and at the end of the day, definitely they are going to click ad, and we're going to earn more money. And if you look based on this, you're going to see that this person is repeating this method countless time. And if you look over this analysis here, you're going to see over 64,000 of impression, which is 64,000 views. And this is the country the young person is targeting, the young man is targeting. If you want to run native ad, you can use MGID, you can use Propeller, you can use Axterra. These ad networks have native ad format. I'm going to show you guys one of ad format I can easily sign up to and just explain 1 or 2 things. But in my next video, I'm going to be creating native ad campaign. But doing this video, I'm just using it to elaborate and just show you guys how people are using native ad to run a campaign to increase their Google AdSense earning. Not just when you hear about native ad, you start running native ad to your content, your existing content. If you want to learn the content format that is going to work for native ad, just come to this website, tipsandtrick.co. This is the place you're going to see a particular content that is going to convert for AdSense loading. We're using native ad. Using this method is guaranteed your banning is just a slided mistake. Maybe somebody decided to wicked you, but if somebody did not wanted to wicked you, using this method will generate income, will reduce your CTR, will reduce your bounce rate, and even increase your retention, your audience to stay on your website, because you separated them. Using this trick I use here, because this particular page 1, page 2, page 3 to page 6 you see here is still one content. So I decided to give number 1 picture in 1 page, number 2 picture in 1 page, number 3 picture in 1 page, to 6 pictures, separated it in 6 pages to make the audience to view 6-page view. Per one person is 6-page view, and under that a lot of them are going to click ad, and it's going to convert. Not just that, you're not running this ad off head, you're using a snipe tools to find the best country that is converting. Look at the country this person targeted, which I mentioned: Argentina, Mexico, Australia, Austria, Germany, Pakistan, Singapore. Even Singapore is another rich country you can target that is going to convert very well. USA is here, South Africa. In fact, this person target almost the whole world. But using these tools will tell you exactly the country you need to target, and also the kind of landing page they set up to. So to do this, to get to this landing page, you can easily download this image, copy the heading, and also copy the mode of the content, and do the strategy that I show on this diagram. That's all. You start your campaign without running it in offer, because the snipe tools have already told you what exactly is working. So let me also sign up to one of the ad network that have native ads, so I can express what exactly you guys need to do in terms of setting ad campaign. Okay, this is an example on how to use native ad to run the arbitrage. I'm going to be using Axterra to show the example. The high one that is going to convert is MGID, or you use Tabula, or maybe you use AdKeep, or a lot of them. But the main one I can recommend is Tabula, and Axterra can work very well, because Axterra have a lot of publishers. That's how to know the best network that is going to perform very well when you are running arbitrage. They have enough publishers recently, so you can also test out Tabula, MGID, AdKeep. These are the ones that I can recommend in this video. So to create a campaign here, we're going to click this three icon and click campaign. Anyway, I used this Axterra 3 months back for a client running a paid ad for a client. So, but I'm going to be using it for free because I did not fund my account. But let me just use it for example. So I'm going to click create my campaign, which is create campaign. I'm going to explain this thing very well. The next thing we're going to do is to target what. Since you are running arbitrage, we're going to target it based on the ad campaign. We can put it ad 1, okay, and the connection type should be all traffic. What this thing really means is whether the person is using 3G, 4G, 5G, 16G, Wi-Fi to connect, they will surely see our campaign. Okay, just leave it in all traffic. Now this is the place the method comes in. The ad unit category, this is where you're going to choose native banner. Now you're going to choose CPC. Okay, you're going to choose what? CPC. Since we are running a native ad, you can choose CPM, which is impression, cost per action, cost per click. We're going to use cost per click. Now the next thing we're going to choose again is to choose mainstreaming. Don't choose adult, because this is a campaign we are pushing to Google AdSense. So if adult traffic click your campaign or your Google AdSense ad unit, is going to cause ad ban or ad limit. Okay, this is going to be a big issue. Now the next thing we're going to look at, let me look if they give a specification for a device. This is another thing, they do not show us the device, but I believe I'm going to target mobile in this one. And if I target mobile, I'm going to create the same ad targeting desktop. So the next thing I'm going to do is to copy the URL of the page that I want to push the campaign to. Let's say it's this page that I want to push the campaign to. let me go back to the, okay, let's say is this page I want to push the campaign to. For example, I'm placing it here. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to upload what the landing page picture for them to review it if it's up to their standard. But since we are not doing anything violating their policy, there's no need to upload your screenshot of your landing page to them. Okay, just leave it. Now what we're going to do right now is to click and choose country manually. You can add by bulk, which is if you put the country code, but in this case I'm going to be choosing it manually. Let me choose USA. Let me type it United States. I'm going to choose United States and put the price I'm going to charge. They are going to give me the CPC I'm going to put, the minimum CPC. So I'm going to put the minimum CPC, which is 0.02. I'm going to add it and add another country. Now after doing this, we are going to download the image. We already sniped our competitors. We already know what is working. We don't even need to stress ourselves creating image, creating banner to use it. We already know what is working. The only thing we need is to find a reliable ad network, which is best ad native ad network we are going to use to run this campaign. We already copied the content that is working. We already copied the strategy. This is copy strategy. We have already copied it. The only thing we need is to fund our account. To fund in Axteva is $100. To fund in Tabula is also $100 if I'm not mistaken. AdKeep $100. These are ad network that have native ad formats. So, and again, Propeller is also good if you're going to try it out. So the next thing I'm going to do is to choose another country, and I'm going to choose 2 countries because of time. You can choose as many as you can. If you also check your competitors, they choose many. They choose Australia, they choose Canada. So the more you choose, more your campaign is going to be showing to other country. So you can easily base on choosing Taiwan country, but still, you know, using this particular category you see here is also going to this targeted country category is also the best. Okay, just use the same method your competitors is using, because if this person is still running this campaign, that means it's still converting for him. Okay, so there's nothing to bother about the conversion. The conversion is going to work. We have already copied the content format. We have already understand the content format that is going to work. So the only thing is just to place an ad and start running to our own, to start making money, to start increasing our Google AdSense earning. So I'm going to click this CPC. We're going to click based on this one. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is to scroll down. This is where the method comes in, which is the creative. We don't even need to be creative. We have already know what we want. So now what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to copy. Remember, my own title is 6 picture I will not advise you to see. I'm going to copy it. If I copy it, I go here and place it to the title, and I'm going to go to my computer and download their image. I'm going to save image. I'm going to save it. The image is going to download. It's not that hard. I'm going to go to my folder and keep it intact. Okay, this is it, and spread it and crop image. Now once I just do this, boom, there is nothing else. There is nothing else. The only thing we are going to be trying out, if we try this campaign in mobile, we also try it in desktop. You can add more creative, you can add more things. So the total budget that I want to spend is, you can put above, if you have in your account $100, okay, just put $250, because Astera will be trying to finish the $100 to see your $250. That's just the matrix there. So just put it the way I just see it. I don't have much explanation to give about this. So put more than this, more than what you have in your balance as total budget you're going to spend. Now if you scroll down here, you're going to place, after verifying your campaign, they should start running. Okay, they should start running the campaign after approving it. The next one is to what? To check the targeting. The targeting is where the method comes in again. We're going to target the browser. First, we're going to target based on operating system. So we're going to choose Android. So it's Android device. We're going to leave it all or Android, whether it's version 4.0. We're going to choose another operating system. We're going to choose iOS, which is iPhone. We're going to leave it for all iPhones. We don't care about the version, all of them. Okay, we don't exclude anyone. We're going to choose operating system again to check if you're going to see another device to target. We're going to target Windows phone. BlackBerry is no more in existence right now. We're going to click add. So the next thing we're going to click again is the browser. So there are two popular browsers you're going to target here, which is Android browser, Chrome, and whatever. So we're going to click all browser version. So next one again, we're going to click browser and choose Chrome, and choose all Chrome. Okay, we're going to go again and choose browser and choose Android, Chrome, Android. We're going to choose all and add. The next one we're going to do on the targeting again is what language. That's the most important place. We're going to choose English. Okay, because we're targeting English spoken country. Unless you target more than 2 languages, we're going to choose France, maybe Indians, and some of them hear English and some of them know English right up. We're going to be being colonized by British too, so Indians. So the next thing we're going to do, since we have choose the operating system, the browser, the language, these ones are minor, the daily and weekly and time range. Those ones are not important. I'm going to just click hide. The next one is the cap limit. So what we're going to do is 2 impression. We're going to leave it like this, the frequency capping, and we're going to keep it in 1. Okay, 1 impression for 24 hours, because if you leave it 2 impressions for 24 hours, that means it's going to cause ad ban for you, because one person is going to visit your campaign 2 times, and this will also be reducing your money when you are investing in running ad. 2 person is going to click your campaign, which is going to be 2 extra charge for the same person. So you have to keep it for 1 person for one day, you understand? Because if 2 person visit your web page or landing page, you're going to click your ad, and if they click your normal Google AdSense, it's going to cause ad limit. So leave it for each 24 hours for that one particular person. Just keep it 1 person for a frequency cap. So if you want to also understand more better on how to run native ad, you can also chat me up for consultation. So we have one-on-one consultation call. So once you keep it 1, just keep it 1 and close it. The next thing you're going to click is the advanced. If you want to blacklist, if you have already run and you notice a particular URL or parameter that is giving you a parameter ad that is giving you port traffic, you can just blacklist them here. Or if you have a good, or maybe you have somebody who is running a campaign successful using Axterra, you can be able to tell them to export the kind of parameter they are using or whatever, or maybe the particular place or a unit that is giving them traffic, and whitelist it. I wish I would explain better on this, but in my next video I'm going to be taking you guys a deep dive. But this one is just a normal basic. You need to understand that native ad is going to convert when it comes to arbitrage. So after doing these settings that I just mentioned here, there's no need to waste time. It's just to submit. Once you submit, it's going to take once you submit, it's going to take not less than 3 hours or 1 hour, or even most times more than 3 hours to verify, because there are many people who are creating campaign, or less that particular period you create campaign, there's not much people that create campaign, so they are going to approve your campaign and your campaign will start running. And this is where your campaign will start running, and people are going to be coming to your website to increase your Google AdSense earnings. So if you understand what I mean by these things, leave a comment. And if you don't really understand what I explain on this video, you still have opportunity to ask more questions, because what I will be doing in this video, I'm going to be creating more video about native ad, reviewing other ad network. But if you want to discover another native ads, you can easily type types of native ad network native ad in Google search. You're going to see a lot of them, bunch of them. then try to master one. Okay, and remember, there's nothing to fear about losing money, because these tools that I just showed right now, I'm going to leave a link to these snipe tools for you to use it to find more interesting campaign, more interesting content you need to run campaign to. Then know the country your competitors are targeting, use the same strategy, and scale up your own AdSense earning in 2023. See you guys.